Hey everyone. I'm in the zone tonight. What a deal. Been so busy. As you guys know, the last time I checked in, I was like way over in this medical parking lot and with my wife, and she was getting all sleep. I think it was a sleep apnea test. We haven't got the results back, but I spent the night out there in the parking lot. I thought about going into the bed, but only, they have a camera on you, and maybe she would have turned it off. I don't know. I just wasn't really comfortable going in there and laying down. Hi, Winter. How are you? Hi, Connie. Yeah, so I've been kind of busy. I think I'm clipping, a little bit too loud. Maybe I should turn it down a little bit. Okay, how's that? I'm not clipping too bad now. Yeah, so I've been so busy with the wife's medical things and working on Winter and Odie's stuff for my wife and my medical stuff and my car breaking down and trying to get this studio. And if you look behind me, I've been doing a little bit of work, just a little bit. Got a little bit of stuff behind me hanging on the wall. But I thought, man, I got to get in. I thought it was Sunday and it was Monday. It was like, what? Today's Monday? And I'm all sweaty and yucky. I needed to take a shower, but I thought, before I do all that, I'm going to jump on and say hi to everybody and share what I got so far behind me. And I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to share. I have this thing beside me that's laying on the floor. I get posters and paintings and prints and all kinds of really cool stuff. And one of them, when I was going through everything, hi James, how are you, man? Hey Daytona, what's up, brother? I was going through all this stuff, and I mean, I have like a lot of stuff, and I think it's really cool because I'm going to put it all over. This whole room is going to be plastered with it. I mean, I have beers with Bigfoots on them. I got all kinds of stuff, books. So I need a bookshelf, and then I have all the movies, all the DVDs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try to get it together and see what it, and it's like a work in progress. I am not a, oh, I don't know what you call it, where you go in and decorate. I'm not a decorator. I guess that's the name, right? I'm not a decorator. I'm not good at it. I move things around like if the camera could see it, you'd see a million little holes in the wall. I'll take toothpaste and put over it and then touch it up with paint later. But I have some really cool things that I wanted to share. First, I wanted to talk about this what's going on, and I don't like to get political with my with this. I don't like to be political. Hey Ed, how are ya? And Jan and Connie. Oh man, everybody's checking in. And I know it's really late. I am so sorry for everybody on the East Coast. I meant to get on a little sooner, but I have some grandkids here, so I was entertaining them. And they may bust in on me here before I finish, so be expecting that. I mean, it'll be a surprise to me and you guys, but they may bust in on me. So the political thing, they're draining the swamp. I mean, they really are. I mean, I feel it this time. I feel like there's some big arrests coming. I feel like this is the first time, like, I've had a lot of presidents go by in my lifetime, getting ready to turn 60. So you know, I've seen all the, at least the alive presidents and some of the dead ones even, go by. And me either, Ed. How's it going, Bolt Gun? Uh, Only this president's like he's the most different president that I ever seen before. I mean, I already knew he was a different kind of guy than most people. I mean, who flies around in their own 757 jet, you know, and all that, and rubs elbows with all these people. I think that's why they're so scared of him, is he knows all, he's been to their parties. He really knows their deep down secrets. And I think that's why they're so afraid. And I think especially the media, I bet they, you know, like when I used to work at the casino, just to put this a little bit in perspective, one of my jobs was buying the media and the advertising. So, you know, I would buy radio and I would buy TV and newspaper, every once in a while a trade magazine, stuff like that, billboard signage. But only the radios now, the radio stations and TV stations, they're kind of a different kind of thing when you buy them. As soon as you sponsor things, and I'm sure that Trump was, I bet that there was a lot of salespeople in over, you know, in all the areas where he does business that are driving nice cars and living in nice homes due to him buying, you know, airtime. And he owned them. So that means that they know, he knows everything about him. They probably invited him to everything. Every party, Christmas party. I mean, they probably wanted to include him, give him, you know, VIP treatment and all that stuff. So, I mean, he knows the inside like no other. None of us know what goes on behind the other side of the camera, or, you know, behind all the regular what they want you to see and know. Nobody knows, but I bet he knows, because he was a big fish with a lot of money and buying a lot of stuff, and nobody could buy him. They wanted him, but he didn't need none of them. And that's why they're afraid. He knows the dirt on all of them, probably for years and years and years. It's amazing. And I was not going to go talk about political stuff. I just wanted to point that out, that I think he's going to do a great job, just because he can't be bought, and he knows all the dirty deeds and all that stuff. So he knows who to go after, and he has the military as his bodyguard. I mean, who else? I mean, he's safe as could be, even though I know that I know for a fact they've had several attempts on his life and his wife, his whole family, really. They're trying to get him. So I wasn't going to say anything about this, except for I found out one of the things that since he became president, I mean, it was going on before he was president, but man, now it is really bad. Shadow banning, and I think Alex Jones was just I think he's a shill. They took him off on purpose, and to make him more famous, and people care, and all, you know, Care Bears about Alex Jones. Yeah, whatever. I don't like the guy. Never did. Only, you know, like guys like me that talk about on the fringe, they're shadow banning me. Can you believe that? They're shadow banning me. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give them a little bit of something to shadow ban. I mean, if it seems like if you say the name Trump or Jesus or whatever, you get shadow banned like crazy. That they hate those two names. Two names on earth you don't say and you get shadow banned, you know. Just crazy, man. Really crazy. So what do we... Trump's uncle was one of the first guys in Tesla's room after he died. True, that's a fact. Wonder if he understands depth of Luciferian influence. I'm sure he knows the depth of it. I bet he's been invited to all the spirit cooking parties and all that stuff. Luckily, he isn't into that. And he actually set up the very first Christian council, or I don't know what you call it. People that he actually has some top Christian people that counsel him, or I don't know what you call them, but they're in the office and they pray with him every morning, and they let him know what's going on in that. I mean, he has his fingers on everything, and everybody should have done that. Every president, you should know what's going on everywhere. Obama decided he wanted to know what Muslims, and that's it. And Trump, I'm sure he knows what's going on with those just through the military and intel. But he doesn't know what's going on in America, not completely down to the little guy, but he does now. He has preachers from every major city in his little circle there, I guess, round room or whatever. It's pretty cool. No, I missed Heidi. I want to invite Heidi and have her call in one night and chat with her. She's so cool. I love her so much. I hope she did well on that show. I'm sure she did. She's great. She's really she's one of the best people. I never met her in person, but I've talked to her for hours and hours, and I've chatted with her over the phone. I've messaged with her. She is a wonderful person. And anyways, I got some stuff. I can't stay on long. I want to kind of go and mess with my grandkids before it's bedtime. But I have this cool stuff I wanted to kind of share a little bit. And what I have, this one right here, it made me cry a little bit. One of my really good friends was the first Jimmy Olsen. His name was Tommy Bond, and he signed the thing, and it was a poster. And then when the grandkids were really little, they got into my posters, and you can see what they did to it. They kind of got it, but I saved it before it got tore up real bad. And they were batting flies and everything with them. Like, what in the world? I barely got it away from him. But he signed it for me. I when I worked at the casino, I would have him and his family come up, and he was retired, and he had a book about, he played in the Little Rascals. He was the, oh man, he was Butch in the Little Rascals, beat everybody up, Butch. And he was selling his book, and I would have him come to the casino, and he would sell 8x10 glossies, headshots, different pictures of his movies and stuff like that. And I would let him set up in the lobby of the casino, and the casino loved him, and I would feed him, and they would park an RV out in the parking lot and stay for the whole weekend. And I love those guys. I miss him a lot. He was a really, really, really good friend. And so then I have some other stuff too. Like, I've been collecting stuff. See, now, I know a lot of you guys won't know who this is, but he's also a really good friend. But it's Bill Manspeaker. And we would do concerts and stuff like that, and bring Bill Manspeaker and the Green Jelly crew. But I have them all, and I told him, don't put my name on it. Like, everybody puts my name on stuff. I told him, just sign your name, man. Just put your name. Don't sign my name on it. Oh, and then I have this one, like, from Lyle, the Beast of Boggy Creek. and signed by Lyle. But then he put my name, so now and now it's a personal thing. I wish he would. I wish he did it before I could say anything. And then I got that one, you guys. Oh wow, talk about memories, huh? Yeah, big memories, big memories. Hi Pam, how are ya? Yeah, but the Superman one, oh man, it got me. And this one's David Weatherly. Now all these things are going to be hanging up. I kind of want to put them in poster frames. What do you guys think? Like, is that the best way to do this? Hanging them in poster frames? Like, I'm not sure. But see, what I like about Bill Manspeaker is he's into the aliens. He got abducted. A lot of people don't know that. But Bill Manspeaker was abducted by aliens, and so he freaks out about aliens. Yeah, I thought I would share that. But all these, I'm gonna probably not gonna put all of Green Jelly posters up, but I'll put most of them. Man, this one, somebody sent me this one, and you'll probably recognize it because I know you're in chat right now. And I want to thank you for that. It has Ron Moorhead. What's cool is it doesn't have my name on it. That's what I don't like it when it has my name on it, but this one's perfect. It doesn't have my name. Yeah, there's some, I don't know what this is. Something my wife. Yeah. This one Danny got me. Hey Danny, thank you. At least I think it was Danny. I'm pretty sure it was Danny. That is so cool. But I don't know how do you what do you put these in a little bag or something and then hang them, cuz I want to hang it. Oh yeah, and then it wouldn't even be, it's not even Bigfoot land until you put one of these, right? But this, I guess I'm gonna have to put this in a little bag too, right? Or whatever it is. The Bionic Man fights Bigfoot. Yeah. And then I have this really good friend across the pond. He has the most greatest paintings. I don't have any paintings of his, but I do have prints. And this is Thomas Finley. Good stuff. Oh, you need that bed? Okay. I'm not gonna stay on long, okay? And I'm probably gonna put those in some frames, but I have quite a few of them. Of these prints that Thomas sent me, and I owe him something. I didn't realize when he sent them to me that he actually asked for something back. And I was looking through them, and I never got past this part. And I thought, oh man, I didn't know he was asking for something back. So I'm gonna fulfill. If you see this, Mr. Thomas Finley, I am going to fulfill my end of the deal. I had no idea. But yeah, oh, isn't he a cutie? I like his eyes. And then this is right here. Whoa, what in the world was that noise? Why does it do that? And he has a Bigfoot nest he shared with me. See, and I never got past all this paraphernalia stuff. But he wanted me to write my story and in my own words, and then make a map showing where I had the sightings and anything else I had. And he even sent a self-addressed stamped envelope for me to send it, and I never really saw that, and I was like, oh man, you know, I blew it. So I will get that to you, sir. I had it stuffed in an envelope and stuck away and never looked at it again. And, you know, just was saving it forever. I think I will have Finley on the show. He's cool. I chat with him sometimes too. Well, that's about it. That's all I got. And except for I got one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Something that hi Steve, what's up? You know, I should be checking and see if I'm missing anybody. Hey Jesus, what's up, my man? Yeah, something that has over the last 3 years really been bothering me about Bigfoot, and I don't know if it has anything to do with what we're currently going through. Like, have you guys noticed that there is like a ton of earthquakes lately all over the place, all over the Ring of Fire, actually in other places too, all of them 6 and up. There something's going on, and the earth is shaking and rocking and rolling. There's more earthquakes going. I mean, volcanoes. There's more volcanoes going on right now than there ever has ever. There's more Bigfoot sightings than there ever has ever. And I was listening to Trump. You know, there's more jobs ever for the low class people, you know, and all this stuff ever. First time. Well, guess what? We're in a lot of first times with the paranormal world. More UFO sightings than ever. More abductions and channeling than ever. There was a lot in the 50s, but it was a select only handful of people putting out the information. Now it's everywhere, all over, everyone, anyone you talk to, and something you never ever want to do. And I'm saying this so serious. If you see a UFO, do not flash your flashlight. Do not flash your flashlight. The fastest way to get abducted, unless you want to get abducted, and I hear that's not really a fun thing, but I've done interviews of so many people that have been abducted, and one thing they all have in common, they flash their flashlight. I just ran into somebody at Walmart 2 days ago. I mean, I was looking at bread, you know, and I was trying to figure out a bread, and I picked a loaf and I set it in my cart, and this guy's walking by and he's going, and then he says, hey, you know, I seen you somewhere. I'm like, yeah, you probably have, you know. And then he started naming off shows. I'm like, yep, that's it. And he started telling me about his UFO abduction and the UFO things, and you know, they flash the flashlights. Oh man, don't flash the flashlights, people. Yeah, again, demons, lots of demons. And I wondered, you know, you think maybe that Trump is stirring him up because you think he's making him mad? He's getting rid of them. He's getting rid of the power. They have a certain power over the United States, and they're losing it because he's taking out the power. structure that they have with humans. He's taking it out. Could get real interesting here. Yeah, or run up to the UFO. Wait for me, wait for me. No, I want to go for a ride. Yeah, that's what I always say. Right. Hi, Pam. Yeah, earthquakes, floods. It's the end times. It definitely is. Bigfoot is like in everybody's backyard now. I mean, everybody's. I know you. I've said it a bunch of times. Only I'm convinced of it that you could be anywhere USA and go out of the city and head for the country and find some green areas where there's river, water, food, stuff like that that they need to live, and you can find them. And one of the ones that scares me the most is this wolf dog thing. I was just talking to my son today, and this wolf, up here in the foothills where we used to live up here, um, it actually has everybody nervous. There's a wolf, gray wolf man. They have a color. I never heard a color. This time it's a color. It's gray, and it has everybody scared. It has some of the tribes up here are, my son works at a tribe, and that's the big talk on the res is this wolf dog thing, wolf man. And man, yeah, I mean, and I've been, I've been hearing about this one around here for, oh geez, 3 years, but only it's like escalating. You hear it, when it first started, maybe one time a year, maybe two. Now it's like a dozen. Now it's a handful a month. I mean, like, everything's going so fast. I don't know where it's all leading to. It really is getting to be interesting. I've been real busy, so I fall out in the evening, and I have a little bit of time to just read, do a little. I want to like stay up on everything, and man, it's everywhere, everything off the hook, going like crazy. I know we're in the end times. I wonder how much more, how much more is it gonna go? Like, are they gonna be like crashing through people's windows pretty soon, or is it gonna get like so freaky that everybody, like it says, like die from a heart attack from fear? That's what the Bible says. So it's pretty interesting thing to think about that. Yeah, that's right. In fact, he's going to take the fear away. Right now, animals fear humans, and he's going to take away the fear. So imagine you're like, don't, if you have pit bulls and St. Bernards and big dogs and stuff like that, you might want to get rid of them, because when he takes the fear away, where they respect you, because they're not going to love, he's going to take that away. So the animals are going to be mean. All animals are going to turn on the humans. That's what it says. So I would get a Chihuahua. That way you could punt that sucker, when he starts biting at your ankles or something. But you don't want it to come jump in your bed with you, and grab you by the throat, and you can't get rid of it. Hey, Roland, what's happening? Yeah, faint out of fear with a dog man. I don't know what I would do if I ran into a dog man. I can't run. So I don't even know if I would even try to walk fast. Be like limping. I think I would be afraid to show that I'm wounded, kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I go take off running and I'm limping and barely moving, you know, I look like a meal. So I think I would turn on it and stare it down or something like that. Try to grab it by its throat and fight it or something. Maybe I could stick my fist down its throat and gag it to death, you know, something like that. I don't know. I have no idea, but I know I wouldn't try to run. I know that because I look like the wounded thing, you know, trying to lead it away. It would come after me for sure. Little dogs flying like footballs. They will if they come after me, man. I'll be punting them things, you know. Boom. Yeah, huh? Leave a slippery trail, right, Bolt Gun? Oh, man. I have the Gugwe shirt. In fact, I want to hang one on the wall. What's the best way to hang a Gugwe shirt on the wall? How do you do that? I'm going to hang one. I'm going to have this whole room all plastered. I mean, there's not going to be a square inch of anything. I'm going to try to figure out how to hang everything. Like right here, this is a Yeti. Can you see it? And it's a Yeti bag. And then I fixed my patty footprint. I put some furniture, you know, to fix the scratches on furniture. I kind of put it on there, you know, so you could see the toes and see the whole foot and everything. It was just white. My friend made it for me, Mike Rugg, over at Felton Museum. I don't know if it's still there, but he made that for me, and from the original. That's original Patty from the original Patty cast. But it was all white and you couldn't see it. I had it hanging there and it was like, man, nobody's going to even see it. It's going to blend in too good. So, really, I do. I have a camera that has a wide angle lens. Only it's a video camera. And for some reason it won't focus with it has all these different lenses and it won't focus with it's like the lens is something wrong with the lens, so it won't focus. This is actually pretty wide angle. It's only this camera that I have right here is only maybe 3 feet from me, and I can move it farther back. And in fact, I have another desk coming, so I'll put one desk beside me on this side and then have the other desk in front of me. And the only rule I have in this room is I have to save half the room for guests. So I have this floppy, what do you call it, a fold down bed. It's like this, like a sandwich or a taco, and it pops open like that. And so I have to leave room for that. So I get this half of the room as far as floor space, but as far as wall space, it's nothing but Squatches and UFOs and everything cool. A t-shirt, IRT cardboard. Oh, that's a good idea. A shirt, I could just put a square, or maybe I could cut one out. Hi, Ito. What's up, my brother? Long time no see, man. I haven't been doing much Facebook or anything. I've been busy. Tomorrow I'm going to try to tackle my car. And I did the fish tank in this room today and some stuff for my wife. And tomorrow it's going to be rip the dash out and hope I can get it all back together in one day. And I doubt it. It took me 2 hours. I found the part at Pick and Pull, and the dash was already apart. Everything was already just hanging there, and it took me 2 hours. to get the part off, and I broke some stuff. And so that means I'm going to have to go really slow because I don't want to break anything on my car. And I have to take the dash off and everything too. So over there, I didn't have to take the dash and all that apart or put it back together, and it took 2 hours. So I'm having a weird, I'm thinking it's going to take me all day and maybe 2 days. If I'm going to try to be really careful and not break anything. Hey, cryptids, Cold Warrior, what's up, man? Woohoo! Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. Put sleeves and put pins in the sleeves and excess on the back, because I have like 3 or 4 different shirts I want to hang up too. I got some other ones. I have some from when I was in the casino biz. I would give away, this is no lie, I would give away 10,000 t-shirts a month at the casino. 10,000 t-shirts a month. And they were all themed. So it wasn't it was like every 3 or 4 months I changed the theme or the giveaway or promotion, but only still it was 10,000 t-shirts a month. And I have some of those t-shirts. I even have some from when I had my restaurant. We called it On the Way Cafe. I started a restaurant for my kids, and I wanted to teach them business, and they named it. It was at a resort in the up in the high mountains, and they called it On the Way Cafe. It was on the way to the cabin. It was on the way to the lake. It was on the way home. You had to stop on the way cafe, and it did really well. We ran it all summer long, and we were doing so well that the owner of the building came and tore the contract up right in front of me and said that he was raising the rent. He was doubling the rent. The rent was already $4,500 a month, so he was doubling it to $9,000 a month. And he did that right around this time of the year, Labor Day, and it was going to start Labor Day or September, and that's usually that's when everybody goes away, and then the skiers come through, but there isn't near the skiers as there is boaters and campers and all that kind of thing. So when he tore the contract up, I went and got my attorney, and it was a 5-year lease. But because he tore it up and changed it, he couldn't change it because it was a 5-year lease. So I got out of it right when he did that. And he was a dummy. But he was seeing a line out the door every single day. Every single day we had a line, a wait. Even before we opened, there would be people sitting outside waiting for these tri-tip sandwiches, barbecue. And man, we killed. We were making $3,000 a day in sandwiches, just the sandwiches. That's not counting the sodas and all the other stuff. It was crazy. Crazy fun though. Yeah, right. They're shadow banning me, man. They're shadow banning me. Nobody's getting the alerts. So because of that, I talked about Trump. Just because of that. Trump. See, now they have a reason to shadow ban me, because there's really no reason to shadow ban me. I'm not doing anything to them. I don't know why they're doing it. They're trying to shut up people, and I think that's ridiculous. And they're trying not to pay me too. They have my money under hostage right now. The YouTube does. And it makes me mad. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, it's really bad. Like you're supposed to get an alert and an email and all that stuff, but but it doesn't do it. I got a bunch of messages from people saying that they don't get alerted. Yeah. Hmm. No, I never did. I have I have everything but the password. I have the and no the phone number. The phone number. So I have my backup uh, email and all the questions that they ask you. What was your first car? That's what I used. And what was my best friend? And those, I mean, who you know those? I mean, I know I'm not going to forget my first car and my best friend's name. So from high school, and he's still my best friend all the way, 50 years. I mean, come on, I'm not going to forget. So, and then when they send me the number to the email, my backup email, and then I put that little number in, I answer the questions, and then they tell me that's not enough information to say that I'm the owner of the account. They want the phone number because I didn't put the backup phone number. I lost that phone is gone from a long time. Man, it was a cell phone, and me and cell phones, we don't even get along. You know what I mean? Like my cell phone is lonely. It gets laid down and shoved in a corner, and then I never see it for a week sometimes. And I come back and it's all dead, and I have to plug it in and be nice to it for a minute to get it to work. And then I'll use it for when I right then for a few minutes, and then I'll set it down, and next thing you know, I'm looking for it again 5 or 6 days later. So this time I have it on my home phone, and because I never change my home phone number, it's the same one forever, and I should have done it on that one too. Yeah, I was. It was. We were doing. We were doing a lot of UFO crash stuff and abductions about that time. So I was using a throwaway phone. What do they call it? A track phone. Even though it is a track phone where they can track you, but they could track that into the weeds too. You know what I mean? Like you use it for, and when they start getting onto you, then you just toss that out the window into the weeds, and then they track it to the weeds. So it's one of those kind, and they don't know whose it is. I mean, I never, unless they listen to it to hear the names, I never put my real name. Yeah, burner phone. And this cell phone I have right now is the first cell phone since the casino 2001 that I ever had that is in my name, and it's actually on an account. I always had burner phones from before that. I actually hate phones. So people get mad at me because they carry their phones, and they carry them, and I guess they never had a job like me where you had to have the phone, and I mean, you had to answer, and they were paying you to answer the phone, and every time you answered the phone, it was a nightmare. And after years of nightmare phone calls, I don't like phones. So, and I'm trying to get over it. I really am. I'm trying to like my phone, but I just can't like it. I don't like it. It feels like, to me, a phone is for me to make a call, and that's all it's for. If it's calling me, it's an invasion of my privacy, and it's messing with my day and stuff like that. And I know I'm not saying, everybody's bugging me or anything like that. It's not you guys. It's not the people texting me and calling me. It's just that phone, right? I don't like phones. They always meant bad news to me, always. So I'm still trying to get used to it. Give me some time. I might have to go, see a counselor or a psychologist or something to get me past it. Yeah, I have a burner phone still that I keep in my car, and that's all it's for. Is like, because I run off without my phone so much that I've broken down in my car a few times, and I didn't have my cell phone. It was like, so now I keep a burner phone in my car, because, so just in case I break down, with a card, right? Not unused. You buy a phone card, they're good for a year, and I don't even scratch it and turn it on until I need it, right? So it's like just in there, you know. So if I ever need it, I'll scratch it off and I'll turn the phone on and I'll call the tow truck or whatever. Ah. Well, it's really good seeing you guys. I really do got to go. My wife already came in and told me that the bed that is right in front of me, and I have this light on top of it. I'm like using the bed as a light stand. I mean, I'm a cheap, cheesy guy studio. She wants the bed and put the little boys to bed. You found some more structures and stuff like that. You know what? I think I saw the text. Only my phone had 3%, and I turned it on and was looking, and I seen 3%, and I set it down, and it hasn't moved since. The phone is still sitting in the same place. And I need to plug it in. In fact, I just got chewed out by my grandson because he wanted that phone to play. There's a certain game that he loaded onto it, and he was like, "Where's that phone?" And then when he realized it was dead, he's like, "Do you have a charger?" I'm like, "No." I have one of those chargers you set it on, set the phone on it, and it charges. You know, like a magnet kind of like thing. It's I know it plugs in too. Shh! Don't tell him. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go, and I promise I'll be on here quicker. I promise. As soon as I get my car done, I'll be on. I'm gonna try to make it Friday night or Saturday. But you guys all have a really good week. I will see you Friday night or Saturday for sure. And I gotta see how I could turn this off. I forgot. Man, I want to go out and see those. Dang, you guys will have to drop by, or I'll turn my phone on or something, and let me know when you guys are going again. At least I hope I could turn my phone on and remember to turn it on and remember. All right, guys, we'll see ya.